What's going on, guys? I'm Kyle Bradshaw, and this here is MotoCity. Welcome to episode 5 of our Motoz Monday series, and today we're looking at the Motoz Tractionator GPS tire. Motoz designed these tires to get you anywhere on the globe and back home again. With long mileage, serious traction, and smooth transitions from pavement to gravel to dirt, the GPS tire does it all well. This tire here is a phenomenal tire that goes head-to-head with the Heidenau K60 Scout. So prior to the release of this GPS tire, the Heidenau K60 Scout was pretty much the only tire that I knew of that you could mount to your motorcycle, ride from southern tip of USA all the way up to Alaska and back. Now, with the GPS tire, we have another tire that fits that bill. Now, I've personally run this GPS tire on my R1200 GS Adventure for more than 12,000 miles. Phenomenal. Now, personally, I like a little bit more aggressive front tire than this GPS tire. So in order to get a little bit more off-roady of a tire up front, I went with the Tractionator Adventure front and the GPS rear. That, for me, was a perfect combination. Now, one thing that I did find is the center strip that it runs down the center of this tire, which helps it get that amazing longevity, is a little bit sketchy on gravel roads when fully aired up.
I'm noticing a marked difference between this GPS tire and that Tractionator Rowley tire, and that is the fact that I don't have the center strip cutouts that other one has. It has a solid center strip, and I'm definitely on this very hard pack with that center strip. So I'm definitely getting more back-end motion on this tire than I did on the Rowley tire. Again, that center strip is going to give you major longevity on road. But when you're on a harder pack dirt like this, feel that? That has that soft dirt on the top, that center bite, that center bar just doesn't have the ability to dig in and grip. Now, if you were to air these tires down significantly more than 30 PSI, that center strip is going to basically suck up into the center of the tire, and it's those outer edges that are going to do the biting. But you've got to go down a significant amount in order to get to that point.
Now, that same type of technology is what makes it work so well on the pavement. You have a lot of rubber on the ground at all times, and that's what's really giving you that longevity.
So this road has lots of good little twisty corners that we can take to kind of feel what it feels like on not such a perfect road. So if I were to talk about the differences that I feel between the GPS tire and that Rowley tire, it would be that coming into corners really hard, the front end of this doesn't have any push at all whatsoever. Versus the knobs on those, I do feel them on a knob. They do feel like they move a little bit, but they're still solid and tied in at the bottom. So I never feel uncomfortable, but I definitely can feel that rubber moving underneath. That's something that I'm not feeling here on the GPS tire.
Not only all of that rubber on the ground at one time, but also the tread depth of this tire is deeper or thicker than a lot of the other adventure tires out there in this particular part of the segment. Now, how you combat that gravel road feeling is you air this tire down to like 20 PSI. It's going to actually make the center of this tire recess a little bit, and it's going to allow these side lugs to be able to do the work. These side lug fingers are going to give you all the traction that you need when out there tearing up the dirt. Again, this is a tire that I have run over 12,000 miles on, and I would absolutely put on if I was looking to ride from here up into Alaska and back, and then probably still finish out my entire riding season without having to change a set of tires. Now let's take a quick look at the durometer reading of this tire. We're looking at about 70, ooh, it's pretty good. About 74 on the durometer, 74, 75 on the durometer scale for the rear, and about the same for the front. Actually, the front looks like, yeah, about the same for the front. Now, when it comes to the tread depth of this tire, it's going to be a little bit less than that of the others. We're looking at right at 12 millimeters, between 14 and 15 30-seconds. Now coming up here for the front tire, we're looking at right around 8 30-seconds or 7 millimeters. Again, this is going to have significant tread depth as compared to some of the other 50/50 tires out there in the marketplace. Now, some of the other very long-lasting tires out there feel like plastic when rolling down the highway. They can be very sketchy in cold and wet weather. Now, those are things that I didn't notice when I was running the GPS tire. Now, according to Motoz, I didn't feel that sketchiness in cold and wet weather for two different reasons. Number one, the compound of this tire is made of an all-natural rubber mixed in with a little bit of silica. Silica is hydrophobic and kind of expels water away, and the all-natural rubber allows this tire to have not only great longevity, but allows it to be stickier on the road as well. So those are the two things that Motoz has done in order to make this tire perform exceedingly well in cooler and wet weather, while allowing you to get more longevity. Now, where this tire excels that some of the others don't is you could run this in a 50-50 format, or you could run it in a mostly off-road format. Now, when it's in the 50-50 format, as it is right here in front of you, you can see that the angles of the tire kind of lead up and out. That's going to give you a super smooth transition as you're rotating the bike from side to side. Now, if you flip this tire into the mostly off-road format, what you're gonna notice is all of these leading edges here. There's more leading edges to grab and to bite. Now, Motoz says that it runs smoother when mounted in the 50-50 direction, but I personally didn't notice that. I've run it both directions and I really didn't feel a difference on that turn-in. However, I did feel a huge difference running in the mostly off-road format when I did get off-road. The way that these leading edges act as fingers grabbing that dirt and propelling the bike forward, I felt was a huge benefit over the 50-50 format. Now, if you're looking for a little bit more aggression than the GPS tire, you're gonna wanna go to the Adventure tire. We featured that on last week's Motoz Monday, and the biggest difference is gonna be the spaces you're gonna see here on the tire. That's gonna allow this tire to bite, slip, and dig deeper down into the dirt than this guy here will. Where at full pressure, you have this center strip that's gonna slip across the top. Now, again, once you air this thing down, you're gonna have amazing performance, but make sure that when you get off onto the gravel road, you air this puppy down so you get ultimate traction. And that really sums it up for the Motoz Tractionator GPS tire. If you're looking to get ultimate mileage with great off-road ability, with a tire that's gonna feel like a street bike tire when rolling down the highway, this might be your next go-to tire. Anyway, I'm Kyle Bradford from MotoCity. Thank you guys for watching. If you're interested in any of the Motoz line of tires, please, there's a link down below to go ahead and purchase at MotoCityParts.com. We really appreciate it if you help us out by purchasing your tires from us if you've learned from the information that we've given you. Now, if you got this far in the video, please give it a big thumbs up, as YouTube loves when thumbs ups happen. It really helps us in the algorithm. And if you want more action like this coming directly to your inbox, please hit that subscribe button and, more importantly, the notification bell so you can be part of the notification squad. Until next time, and as always, please take care and ride safe out there.